If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, let's welcome you all once again to this new lecture on gate electrical circuits. So today we will be solving 5 questions starting from question number 197, 98, 99, 200 and up to 201. Okay, then let's try to solve these questions. Okay student, now in question number 197, what they are asking. The circuit below is excited by sinusoidal sources. The value of R in ohm for which the admittance of the circuit becomes purely conductance for all frequencies. Admittance will become purely conductance means you can take admittance, you can take impedance, whatever. That should be purely real, purely resistive. If it is impedance, then it is resistive. So you can, because of parallel circuit, we can go admittance as they are saying admittance. So what will be admittance? Let me write it in S domain, then I will put in place of S j omega, because everything in j omega, writing every time in j omega will make it clumsy. So let me write it in this way. So R plus Ls and R plus 1 by Cs. These two are in parallel. So in admittance, they will be 1 by admittance of this and these are added. So if you do this one simplification, because I need to, as you think there is a j is there, so that's why it is j omega. So to separate real and imaginary, you have to multiply it by R minus SL, numerator and denominator. So you can think it of this fashion and then you try. Finally what you will get, actually let me write it in this fashion. This is R minus 1 by Cs divided by R square minus 1 by C square S square. So this real part, R by this, R by this, these are real part. What are the imaginary parts? This is one imaginary part and this is one imaginary part. So these two imaginary part should be 0. Sum of this should be 0. This plus this should be 0 because the imaginary part should be 0. So the imaginary part from here you will get R square minus S square L square, and the imaginary part from here, let me write it here. Now if you can simplify this one, I think you can easily simplify this one. Finally what you will arrive in this, you will come to this way. Now you put S equal to j omega, so it will look like 1 plus R square C square omega square. In place of S I am putting j omega. So j square will be this, this will give you minus 1 plus 1 j square, and this is equal to C into R square plus omega square L square. Finally if you do it, you will find, again you can change the side, you cube all R at one line, then finally you will take, it will look like 1 minus L if I take, then LC divided by C common, 1 minus omega square LC. So this will cancel out, R will be equal to root L by C. Finally you will get it something of this fashion. Now you can put C and L. So if you put L is equal to, what is your L, 0.02, and what is C, 100 into 10 to the power minus 6. So if you do it, then you will find your answer is 14.14 ohm. So now next, if you come to question number 198, what they are asking here is, in the circuit shown below, the supply voltage is this, the peak value of the steady current through 1 ohm resistance. What is the current flowing through this resistance? So you can see this is AC bridge, something like of AC bridge circuit, that is a Wheatstone bridge, Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4, whatever way you give. So let me calculate this branch, what is the impedance of this branch I am getting, then I can try with bridge circuit. So let me take, if it is Z1, so Z1 is given 4, this is Z1, let me take, this is Z2. So let me calculate Z2. So what will be Z2 if I calculate here, one LS and one CS. By the time you know, because you are doing lots of LC circuit, you should know what is this. Or if you don't know, let me do it SL in parallel with 1 by CS. So what is the parallel combination of these two? So if you do the parallel combination, it will be, I think you can do it, na? LS divided by, it will be LCS square plus 1. It will be LCS square. You can do it, the parallel combination of these two if you do. And you remember this one in case of LC circuit. So then you can directly put it here. So it will be minus j omega, and omega is already given 1000. This is your omega 1000. Then multiply by 4 into 10 to the power minus 3. This is your L divided by, again 1 minus, because in place of S you are putting J, so J square will be minus, so that's why I am putting 1 minus 1000 square omega square, S will be omega, so omega square 4 into 10 to the power minus 3, then your C is equal to 250 micro. So if you put this one, you will find your Z2. This denominator becomes 0. So it becomes infinite. So this impedance is infinite. That means no current will flow through this. All current will flow through this. Similarly, if you calculate your Z3, this combination, again you will find this is also infinite in similar fashion, and Z4 equal to 5. So the way I calculated Z2 infinite. Similarly, if you do for this one also, I am not showing, you can do it same. 1500 it will be, because it is also LC. 1000 square, 500 and 2 micro. If you do this one, the lower portion will be 0. Again that will be infinite. So impedance you are getting infinite. Impedance infinite means no current will flow. You keep it careful. It is impedance, not admittance. Admittance infinite is 0 impedance, that is short. But here impedance infinite, no current will flow through this branch and this branch. So all current will come through this, and they will come through this, and they will return through this. So the path you will have, but the current path will be only in this way. There will be no current through this branch, no current, because this is infinite. Very high impedance are there, no current will flow. So now you can easily find what will be the current, and they are asking you, this you should be very careful. They are asking you peak value of the supply steady state current. So what is the peak value of the current? I peak will be equal to peak value of current they are asking. Therefore V peak divided by total resistance. What is peak value of voltage? 10. What is total resistance? 4 plus 1, 5, 5 by 5, 10. That is 1 ampere. So this you have to be careful. Either they are asking RMS value, peak value, average value. What they are asking, you have to be very careful with that. In the balanced 3-phase 50 Hz circuit shown below, the value of inductance L is this much. The value of the capacitance C for all the line currents to be 0 in millifarad. So you need the line currents to be 0. So what you can do, you can convert either this inside star into delta, or that inside delta into star, or outside delta into star, whatever. Both you can put in same direction. So let me convert that delta into star. So if I convert that delta into star, what will happen? C is already there, then one L, extra L will come, because this L I am converting into this, something of this fashion. This outer L I am converting, this L I am converting into star, something of this fashion. So already there was another star, capacitor was already there. So what will happen? This capacitor and this will come in parallel, and this will be R, it will be Y, it will be B. Because already capacitance, now you convert it into star. Once this branch will come here, and that will connect in parallel. Because this delta I am converting into star. So what will happen? One branch will come here, one here, one here. So this branch and this C will get parallel combination. So we will have a parallel combination of LC, and because we need 0 current, so line current should be 0, so you need this impedance should be infinite. So again same, like the way we converted LC in parallel combination, what we got last year, this is L. If it is come into star, it will be L by 3. It is simply like resistance. Because I always used to remember in this fashion, delta means compact. Compact means you will get high value. So if you go to star, star means you are opening it. Opening it means once you lose the compactness, then the value will reduce. So therefore it will be L by 3. So if it comes to star, it becomes L by 3. So ultimately you will have L by 3 and C is parallel. So the like way, the earlier one, what we have done in parallel combinations, so we can put that same way. So what was this one? This was, so if you do this one, this is j omega L by 3, that is in parallel with, you can use C also, 1 by j omega C. Somewhere I am using C, somewhere I am using j omega L, to show you that in both way, whatever way you used to like, you can do it. So if you do the parallel combination, what will be this one? This into 1 by j omega C divided by j omega L by 3. You should be very clear with all the way. You should do it in S domain also, you should do it in J domain also, and you should do the conversion also. This J omega will get cancelled, so you will have L by 3C, and here from here you will find one more, this one, 3 J omega C you will find, and then it will be J square omega square LC minus plus 3. So what you will left with ultimately, you will again 3C would get cancelled. So ultimately you will left with j omega L 3 minus omega square LC. Now to make it infinite, what you make, you need this impedance to be infinite so that no current flows here. You need to make this current 0. The current value should be 0. The line current should be, no current should flow through here. So this impedance should be very high, that is infinite. So for that impedance should be infinite, this denominator has to be 0. If it is 0, then something divided by 0 will become infinite or undefined. So from here you will find omega square is equal to 3 by LC, or which will imply omega is equal to root 3 by LC. Now you can put the value of L and C here. You need to find C only. Omega is given, so 2 pi into 50 is equal to root 3 by L is 10 into 10 to the power minus 3, and then multiplied by C. So you can calculate from here. If you calculate, you will find C equal to 3.03 millifarad. I am directly writing, you can calculate from here. Do the calculation, you will find 200. The voltage Vt is applied across the terminal AB in the figure of a sinusoidal voltage source having frequency this much. Inductor current IT is in phase with Vt. IT is in phase. This inductor current IT and Vt are in phase. Are in phase means the angle between them 0. That means it is at resonance. That means it is like a pure resistance. The magnitude of the impedance Z seen between the terminals A and B up to 2 decimal place. They are asking what is the impedance that you are seeing. So if you do the combination here, total Z, if you do, it will be Ls plus, and then this one R is in parallel with CS, so R into CS divided by R plus CS, 1 by CS. So it is nothing but Ls plus R by RCS plus 1. So now you put J omega, or you can start with J omega also, there is no issue. So J omega L plus R by J omega C R, J omega RC plus 1. So now if you have to rationalize, because you have to real and imaginary, you have to separate. So you multiply it by 1 minus J omega RC divided by 1 plus omega square R square C square. This is your Z. So that imaginary part should be equal to 0. What is the imaginary part? This is one imaginary part and this is one imaginary part. So J omega L minus J omega RC by 1 plus omega square R square C square, that should be equal to 0. Which implies J omega will cancel, which implies R should be equal to this R into R. So it will become R square. So be careful about this. This R into R will be there. So it will be R square. So L will be R square C by 1 plus omega square R square C square. But L is not required. What they are asking? They are asking the Z only. So what is Z? This is, but they are not asking. They are asking, find the impedance Z. So this will be 0. So imaginary part will be 0. So you are left with what is the real part that you are left with. So in the Z, imaginary parts will be automatically 0, and they will left with R plus 1 by omega square R square C square. So you put everything here because that is not required. That is already 0. So it will be R is equal to 100. 1 plus omega is how much? 100 radian. 100 square, R is again 100 square, and C is equal to 100 microfarad. So if you do this one, and then that also square, C square. So if you put this one, you will find Z is equal to 50 ohm. Okay, now if you come to question number 201, what they are asking here, all the resistance in the circuit in the figure are of R ohm each. The switch S is initially open. This was initially open. What happens to the lamp intensity when the switch is closed? What will happen when it is closed? If all are R initially, if all are R, then it is a Wheatstone bridge. So no current will flow through this. No current will flow through this. So what will be the resistance? Total resistance here. This no current will flow through this branch. So when the switch was open initially, so it will be R, then R. So 2R. So it will be 2R. R plus R in parallel with R plus R. So 201. When there was, it was simply Wheatstone bridge, then the circuit was something like this. No current is flowing through this. So this is R, this is R, this is R, this is R. So 2R in parallel with 2R, which is give you R. So what is the total resistance? R. Now if you close the switch, what will happen? Now if I close it, now suppose I closed it now. So if I closed it, what will happen now? Now these and these are in parallel. So R and R is in parallel, which is in series with this R and R in parallel. So you can see R by 2 plus R by 2. So it still remains R. So there is no change in the resistance if you short it also. So because there is no change in the resistance, that means this lamp intensity will not change. The current will not change. Once the current will not change, the the intensity of the light will remain same. So that's why it is remains same. So you can see in both the cases you calculate the resistance. If there is a change in resistance, then I should have think then what will be the change in current, and accordingly I can change the lamp intensity. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.